Hey guys, Anthony, 4x4 Diesel. We've got our new SCANGAUGE 3, and you may have seen our introductory video where we gave you a lot of information on mounting it and dimensions and I suppose things to avoid where you might think you can plug it in or not. It's only got the plug on the back, so not everything is perfect because, you know, having a plug in the side or the bottom or other options like that would be even better, like the old one. But with this one, it's only a plug in the back. Now let's move on to the positive. It's bloody beautiful. I got to tell you, you got 9 readings you can have up on each screen. You've got 3 screens. That's why down the bottom here it's got 1, 2, 3. Okay, but you know how you, with the SCANGAUGE 2, you know that old antique thing. Let's just have a look. See that old thing there? That's, to be quite honest, it's got to go because this thing's much more technologically advanced, if you like, and user-friendly. Touch screen, okay, rather than manually putting all the PIDs for the extras that you wanted, those XGAUGES, it's just done on the internet. So to get started, when you first fire it up, I've obviously gone to scan, but when you first fire it up, that's your home button there, right? So it'll probably come up with a screen like this, so you can scan for codes, you can read your gauge, you can look at trip information, or you can hit more. I recommend you hit more first, then you press setup, and what you probably do is go over here to advanced, and then go Wi-Fi update and go through, put your Wi-Fi passcode and make sure you're on the latest update first. Once you've done that, you can go back out here and then go XGAUGE and then go auto scan, pick your vehicle. And in this case, we're going to go down to Toyota. We're going to go select. So I'm just having trouble with my hand reaching over like that. And then start scan. Only takes a very short period of time. Literally been playing with this for a short amount of time and figured out how it all works, and it is going to save you so much heartache because, you know, the old SCANGAUGE 2, you had to manually put in those, you know, this many digits, then you know, there was 4 lines of codes after you spent the time finding them. Look at this, bada bing, right? And then you go select all, that's cool, and then we want to press save, and it's all saved there now. Now we arrow out, then we arrow out, and then we go to our let me just, I've got to think for a minute, right? There's other things you can do. We're going to have other videos. Subscribe, turn the bell on if you want to find out the right information in the easy way. So we've got our 9 things on the screen. Awesome, right? You can see we've already put trans temp in there, right? But what you want to do, because that's trans temp 1, I'm not sure if you can actually rename them, okay? Because with the old one, I suppose you could, but I suppose, look at that, a proper name is much better than 3 letters, isn't it? Anyway, so look, here we go. I want to show you how to change ambient temp. So what you need to do, this is all your standard options, right? You can see what's there standard, and there's plenty there. That's great. But there's some different ones that we want, right? Now, you can put trip information ones in there as well, right? Okay, so you got your standard, your trip, and your XGAUGE. They're the ones we just downloaded. So we want trans temp 2. Select. I think I just did that. I think I pressed the select button. Yeah, did I press? I don't know, I'll go again just in case. Select, yep, that must be it. What do I want to do? I don't even know what I'm doing now. So if I get out of here, hang on, gauge. I did something wrong. I don't know what I'm doing. Apparently I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's it. And I just need, I'm gonna get the other hand around there to go select. That's the one, right? When you press the button, right, happy days. So you got trans temp 1, trans temp 2. One of them will be the torque converter. One of them will be the, you know, the pan temp. So what I'm going to do, just to make this video a little bit longer, because we've given you a heap of info, we're only at 4 minutes. We're going to have other videos. Check out our introductory one first on the SCANGAUGE 3, and we'll have this one. We're going to finish this one up soon. I'm just going to work out for you which one's the pan and which one's the torque converter, and then we'll have some more videos coming soon, so stay tuned. All right, I'm going to chuck it into drive, and I'm going to stall it up a bit. I've got my foot on the brake and a little bit on the gas, and the torque converter will start slipping, and one of those 2 temperatures will probably start going up. All right, see, trans temp 2 is on 34, 35, and I've demonstrated in many other videos. Check our scan tools playlist, scan tools, right? And you can learn about all the, and look, trans temp 1 slowly changing because it's the pan temperature. So trans temp 1 is the pan, trans temp 2 is the torque converter. Okay, that's not the best thing for the transmission overall, so don't do that a lot. but it is going to heat it up, and you see it's going to keep going up. A delayed reaction 43. It's still in drive. Having it in drive also makes heat. Right now the torque converter is slipping. Pop it back into park, and I reckon that you'll probably see it steady off, but it might rise a little bit more before it steadies off. And of course the Transtemp 1, the pan is going to become like Transtemp 2, the torque converter. But what I've noticed with these later 1GDs with the torque converter, once it goes up, it stays up. These transmissions, there's a twist, and I'm not talking about transmissions and transmission temp and torque converter in this video, but there's an absolute twist to the normal way transmissions make heat, and you're going to see a lot more of this SCANGAUGE 3 in videos trying to explain that on videos that are going to end up in our transmission playlist. So it's coming down now 44, but it's a massive delayed reaction, right? The trans oil is only 33 degrees. The torque converter is no longer slipping, but it's still on 44, 43. It's very slow to come down. Anyway, guys, this is the SCANGAUGE 3. I love it. Much more technologically advanced. It's got proper names of the items you want up there. You can fit 9 on one screen. You've got 3 screens, so you can go to the next screen. Obviously, I just touched it twice. I've got fat fingers, remember that, right? So I can do it. Look, 1, 2, and that's left-handed 3, right? So it's easy enough to do. It's just trying to hold a camera and keep talking, blah, blah, blah. Right, so what else can I tell you about it? Look, it comes with a windscreen mount. That's what I went for, because I could mount the thing. And from my view, as I said, it's up here like this, and it doesn't block any of the view. Please don't mount things on your windscreen, whether it's phones, scan gauges, GPS units, or anything where it obscures your vision. Besides being illegal, it's dangerous, and obviously safety is number one. This is a good place to have this unit, because obviously while you're driving you can look and monitor these readings. I can't guarantee it's going to work out for you in your vehicle, but if you haven't seen our first video, go and find it. It's probably called SCANGAUGE 3 Introduction, something along those lines. It'll be in our Scan Tools playlist on our YouTube channel, 4x4 Diesel, and it'll give you the dimensions. So then you can cut up a piece of cardboard if you like, make it up, and see if it'll sit in a position on your dashboard where it's going to work like this and not be in the way. Simply because I think you need to be able to do a windscreen mount, because the wire actually comes off the back of it, not at the top, bottom, or side. And the only other thing we're left to do is I want to find some sort of felt to put underneath the bottom of it. I want to stick it on there to stop it so it's not rubbing on the dash. Otherwise, in 5 or 10 years, we're going to have well, I won't have this car 10 years, in less than 5 years, before the warranty runs out, because of all the technology and DPF and all that, for me anyway. But I don't want a wear line on the dash there like that, right? If you've got a dash mat, you are laughing, okay? I don't do dash mats. My vehicles are parked undercover unless they're on trips. Dash mats, you know, to be quite honest, I think they're dust collectors as well. I'd rather be able to wipe the dash. Anyway, we're going. There's your SCANGAUGE 3 video. You know me, I'll talk forever. I've got so much info to share. This thing's looking good, but if you're not sure, you don't want to spend your money yet, sit tight, wait. We'll have some more videos. We'll give you some more feedback. It's going to be sitting up there in the hot sun, and we don't know if it's going to melt. It's probably not, but I don't know. I haven't read the book to see what sort of heat it can handle, but we're going to really be sure to test it out. And if we have any issues with it, we'll be sure to let AZ Scanners know. Bada bing, bada boom. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn the bell on, and catch you on the next one. See ya.